Welcome to this explainer. Let's just jump right in, because today we are breaking down the exact biological timeline your body goes through when it completely flips its primary fuel source from carbs to fat. We're going to look at the hard science, the temporary discomforts, and the absolutely fascinating metabolic adaptations that happen right inside your cells.
It's a crucial question, right? I mean, if you've ever tried restricting carbs, you probably stepped on the bathroom scale after, 4 days, and thought you'd discovered an absolute miracle. But actually, the first week of ketosis can be incredibly deceptive. What you're seeing on the scale might not be what's actually happening to your fat cells. We really need to decode the true physical signals to know exactly when real fat burning begins.
All right, so here is our roadmap for navigating this. Number 1, the fuel switch. 2, early signs of ketosis. 3, the keto flu. 4, the electrolyte fix. And 5, peak adaptation. Let's do this.
Section 1, the fuel switch. Okay, so before we can reap any of the amazing benefits of fat burning, we have to understand what it actually takes to force the human body to change its metabolic engine. It definitely doesn't happen by accident. To trigger that shift into ketosis, the clinical consensus is that you must explicitly limit your carbs to between 20 and 50 grams a day, while bumping up your fat to about 60 to 75% of your total calories. That severe carb restriction? That is the non-negotiable biological key that literally forces your liver to start looking for a brand new fuel source.
When you enforce that restriction, you are fundamentally changing your body's operating system. Think of it kind of like a hybrid car. For most of our lives, we run on a glucose dependency. That's your gas engine. Carbs give us fuel, insulin spikes, but then that fuel burns out fast, causing us to constantly need a refill. By drastically cutting carbs, bam, the gas tank is empty. The body has to switch over to its electric battery, which is fat-burning ketosis. Your liver steps up and starts converting stored body fat into these little molecules called ketones, and that gives you an incredibly steady, long-lasting stream of energy.
Section 2, early signs of ketosis.
So what exactly happens in those first few days? Well, biological reactions kick off almost immediately, as your internal carb stores, which are known as glycogen, start to run dry. Your body realizes the gas tank is empty and sounds the alarm. Within the first 24 to 72 hours, you are going to notice some pretty immediate physical changes. Frequent urination and being super thirsty are incredibly common. And here is the fascinating science behind why. For every single gram of stored glycogen, your body holds on to about 3 to 4 grams of water. It's like a sponge. So as that glycogen gets burned up for last-minute energy, all that bound water is released. Your kidneys shed massive amounts of fluid, which means that rapid 2 to 10 pound drop you see in week 1, yeah, that is mostly just water weight, not body fat.
But here's where it gets really interesting. As your liver frantically starts making ketones to feed your brain, it produces a byproduct called acetone. Now, because acetone is a highly volatile ketone body, your body can't really use it all for energy, so it just excretes it right out through your lungs and your urine. This is the completely harmless but definitely surprising reason why your breath might suddenly smell kind of fruity, metallic, or, no joke, like nail polish remover. It's a direct, measurable sign that your internal chemistry has officially changed.
Section 3, conquering the keto flu.
Now, right around days 2 through 7, as the water flushes out and the last bits of glucose are totally gone, you enter the absolute trickiest part of the transition. And it's a super fair question to ask. Wait, if burning fat is this highly efficient state, why do I suddenly feel completely exhausted, foggy, and irritable? You might even have headaches or feel nauseous. Let me just validate exactly what you're feeling. It's real. It's a direct result of your body frantically searching for a fuel it temporarily doesn't quite know how to access efficiently yet.
But hey, good news. The keto flu is absolutely not a real viral illness. It is simply a temporary metabolic gap. See, as your insulin levels plummet from the lack of carbs, your kidneys go into overdrive. They aggressively flush out water, but more importantly, they flush out vital minerals right along with it. Your brain and muscles are temporarily starved of both fuel and essential electrolytes, which brings on that fatigue and weakness. But remember, this is a completely temporary, conquerable phase.
Section 4, the power of electrolytes. You seriously don't have to just suffer through the keto flu. There are highly actionable, medically backed solutions to cure these withdrawal symptoms almost immediately. The absolute crucial point here is that you must aggressively replenish 3 specific minerals. First up, sodium. Low insulin tells your kidneys to dump sodium, which gives you those nasty headaches and dizziness. Fix this by liberally adding sea salt to your food or sipping on some bone broth. Second is potassium. This washes out with all that massive fluid loss, leaving you totally exhausted. Load up on avocados and spinach to fix that. And finally, magnesium. This gets depleted during the metabolic shift and triggers muscle cramps and bad sleep. Grab a handful of nuts and seeds for that one. By actively replacing these exact minerals, you can literally stop the keto flu in its tracks.
Section 5. Reaching Peak Keto Adaptation.
All right, once you've navigated that tricky first week, you enter the really rewarding phase. The discomfort fades, and the true biological benefits of living in a fat-burning state finally kick in. Let's trace this timeline to perfectly manage your expectations for the first month. Days 1 to 3, all about water loss and glycogen depletion. Days 3 to 7 are your keto flu peak. But look at weeks 2 and 3. This is where true fat burning actually begins, as your cells get super efficient at using those ketones. And by week 4, boom, you hit peak energy and metabolic adaptation. The struggle of the first week absolutely pays off right here.
When you hit true adaptation, the signals flip from negative to overwhelmingly positive. One of the craziest biological shifts is a profoundly decreased appetite. Ketone bodies, specifically one called BHB, literally suppress ghrelin, which is your body's main hunger hormone. And because you're fueling off your own steady supply of body fat, your blood sugar stabilizes entirely. You get incredible stable energy levels and insane mental clarity, saying a permanent goodbye to those awful afternoon sugar crashes. Now, physical symptoms like endless energy are awesome clues, but we've got to talk about the hard data. The absolute gold standard to confirm you have successfully reached nutritional ketosis is measuring your blood ketone levels. Using a specialized blood meter, you are looking for a reading right between 0.5 and 3.0 millimoles per liter. Hitting that specific sweet spot means your liver is actively pumping out enough ketones to fuel your brain and body entirely from fat.
I want to read this powerful quote straight from the clinical literature because it just perfectly sums up the journey we mapped out today. The ketogenic diet causes a fundamental shift in metabolism and hormone levels, replacing glucose with ketones as the body's primary fuel. I mean, wow! It is not just a diet, it is a profound biological transformation from the cellular level up, completely changing the way your body sources and uses energy. So we've seen the science. The strict macro rules, the rapid water loss, the tricky keto flu, and the absolute vital importance of electrolytes to get you to the other side safely. So I'll leave you with this provocative question to chew on. Are you ready to endure a few temporary days of the flu to completely upgrade your metabolic engine and unlock your body's ultimate fat-burning potential? Think about it. Thank you so much for joining me in this explainer. Keep learning, and I will catch you next time.